It's a refreshing flavor. It goes really, really well with the cabbage and the cucumber. If you don't like dill, which I understand some people don't, you could replace it with, let's see, what would be good? Parsley, I guess. It's not gonna have quite the same impact, but it'll still be really delicious. The first thing you wanna do is cut up your cabbage. The one thing about this is it's make ahead, but you're gonna wanna add your cucumbers later in the process so that they don't water out into the slaw. So you can make everything else up to about 6 hours ahead. And then when you're ready to serve it, you just cut up your cucumbers and add them. And in fact, if you wanted to, you could cut up your cucumbers, just keep them separate, because when you add them to dressings and acid and salt, they start watering out. But if you just keep them in a covered container in the refrigerator, they'll be okay. So very thinly slice your cabbage. I know that some people like to use the food processor for this step, and if you want to, you certainly can. I don't mind doing it by hand. As long as you have a very sharp knife, you should be fine. And you're gonna need about 8 cups total shredded cabbage. I find that medium Savoy cabbage, which is what this is, should give you about 8 cups. Take your 8 cups of cabbage, you can just put it in a nice big bowl. It's gonna need a big bowl, especially in the beginning, though it does shrink down a little bit as it sits in the fridge, but you're gonna need to start in something really big. As I'm doing this, I'm realizing I probably should mix my dressing first and then add the cabbage and tossed, but I didn't, so I'm gonna have to live with that decision. The dressing is 2/3 of a cup of sour cream. I like it's not light, and it's not really lighter than mayonnaise, but it has a light, fresh flavor that I really like here. And it goes really well with that dill that I was talking about. 1/3 of a cup of mayo. Lemon juice. We're almost done, you guys. This is how quick and easy it is. Tablespoon or 2 of lemon juice. Give it a toss. Like I said, if you stir together your dressing ingredients first, you'll probably be better off. But I have faith in my skills. My tossing skills will win out over this salad. Some salt and pepper. And then a 1/4 cup of coarsely chopped dill. This dill is picked, fresh dill. Dill is definitely one of those ingredients that not everybody really likes, and I don't know why, but I love it so, so much. I feel like it's such a fresh flavor. Just put that in. And then you just want to toss this again. And then you're going to want to refrigerate this for at least an hour. But I would say up to overnight. 6 hours is sort of ideal, but you could definitely do overnight if you wanted to. Make this ahead for a barbecue or any kind of party. Get it in the fridge, and then meet me back here in about an hour to 6 hours. After 1 to 6 hours, you can add your cucumber. They call these mini cucumbers in the supermarket, or you can use Kirby's, which is what we originally used, but I had these on hand, so I'm using them. For this salad, I'm gonna peel them, and I'm actually gonna seed them, even though these cucumbers have very few seeds. The seeds are what makes salads particularly watery, I find, so I usually remove them if I'm using them like this. So I'm going to do that today. You can leave the skin on if you want to, but I kind of want it to blend into the rest of the salad, and I don't want it to be so, it can be like a little waxy feeling. Even the thin-skinned ones like this, I don't want that in my slaw. So just scoop out the seeds with a spoon. That's how I like to remove them. It's very easy. You can use a melon baller if you have one. And they're halved, and just cut them into 1/4-inch slices. Even thinner than 1/4 inch if you want. 1/8 of an inch works here. Sort of mimicking the shape of the cabbage as you cut it earlier. Add this to your slaw mix. Give it a mix, and you are good to go. You can see it makes a nice generous amount. If you are not going to a party, you're not serving a lot of people, you can certainly cut the recipe in half. Depending on the size of your cabbage you'll use. I used a whole cabbage because mine was kind of small. The recipe does call for a half a cabbage. A little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper, and you're good to go. It's really light and refreshing. And I think it's so much better than store-bought, you guys. And it's so easy to make. The sour cream makes it tangy. You get creaminess from both the sour cream and the mayonnaise and a little freshness from the dill. I think you guys are really gonna like it.